On behalf of iRacing.com Motorsport Simulations, Noble Motorsport, and Noble Network One, welcome to Charlotte Motor Speedway. As always, joining me in the booth is Andy Kessler. I am Ben Kilcrease. Carl Brown will be our pit road reporter tonight, and Mal Weisbrot will be getting the picture that you see to you. And here we are, Andy. We finally made it to the racing capital of the United States. I'm going to say Charlotte, North Carolina, at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
That's right, Ben. We are here. Glad to see it. We've got a nice field turnout tonight, too. Also, 19 cars. 18 of the 19 took time. Looks like we're going to have 19 cars here, so a little bit bigger than last week at Kansas. I'm looking forward to it. Charlotte, very fast track here at the nighttime, and these guys are going to get it done here tonight.
That they are. We're going to go ahead and look at tonight's starting lineup, starting on the pole with a 28.057 and the number 11. That is Dylan Jones. And to his outside, his arch nemesis this season, I'll say, Dave Washington in the number 10.
Rookie upstart to the Cup season, Cup Series, 00 James Ray. He's going to start on the inside of row number 2, and his outside in the 76 Ponent Ware driver Brad Spidell.
Pony Ware owner Brian Neff rolls off 5th tonight, and Eric Dallariva is 6th in the 74.
Starting 7th in the 87 car, that's David Elliott, and his outside will be William Roberts in the 55.
Dylan Lee rolls off 9th in the number 45, and Dylan Brockwell, a dominating force in the trucks and nationwide, he sits 10th in the 20.
Starting 11th in the 37 is Cody Marshall, and his outside league admin, or series admin I should say, Mitch Lennon in the 5.
Kenny Baum Jr. rolls off 13th in the number 2, and Justin Munsell, another rookie to the series, he rolls off 14th in the 25.
Starting 15th in the 27, Jay Adair, and his outside in the 29 will be TJ Graves.
Ben Nile making one of his first starts here in the Cup Series. He rolls off 17th, and Brian Terry, fresh off of his truck win here at Charlotte Motor Speedway, he rolls off 18th in the 92.
Shotgun on the field tonight in the 79 will be Stefan Brunel.
And some surprises in qualifying. Not so much people getting fast times, but guys that are back in the field. Cody Marshall and Mitch Lennon on the same row, 11th and 12th. Andy, I imagine them to be up there in the top 5 in qualifying. They've got some work to do.
Oh, absolutely. This is a tricky track when it comes to qualifying, trying to get that hot lap. You really want to hug that lower white line there on the bottom of the track, but sometimes you get a little piece of that apron, you can slip up very easily and lose a lot of time. So some of these heavy hitters, like you said, in the back, so we're going to have to keep an eye on those guys as they patiently try to make their way up the field. But I definitely like what I see with a bunch of guys making their first starts this season. Ben Nile, Jay Adair, you got Dylan Brockwell, so a bunch of those guys in the air tonight, and we should have a good one.
It is going to be a fun race. 167 laps. Yes, 167 laps here tonight at Charlotte Motor Speedway. We're getting it's crunch time to make your way into the chase. We're just a few races away. Arch nemesis on the front row. Ponent Ware on the second. We get set to race here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. The pace car is in at 167 laps. Begins with Dylan Jones bringing them to the green flag.
Outside line getting stacked up just a little bit, had to ease off of each other. Some guys playing bumper tag back there, but right now Dylan Jones pulls out ahead with the battle for second, and it's not going to be a battle for long as James Ray now pulls over Dave Washington for second.
Clean and green so far as we race down the back straightaway. A battle for the 5th position with Eric Dallariva looking to the inside of Brad Spidell. We've got a gaggle of cars behind them.
Everybody trying to sort things out here as they come off of turn number 4. Starting to spread out here. Eric Dallariva makes that pass over Brad Spidell. Now the top 10 or 12 are now single file.
Cody Marshall, he's wasting no time trying to make his way to the front. He's already made it up to 9th, and he's looking to get around Dylan Lee within the next few laps.
He is. Cody Marshall doing what he needs to do is going to get by these guys quick. Can't waste too much time here in the early going trying to get by some of these guys. As right now, William Roberts pulls up to the back bumper of Spidell in corner number 1. That's going to be a battle right there for 6th.
Roberts now looks to the inside. Speidel working the outside line. Andy, you can hold somebody on the outside, but it's real hard to make a pass there. We'll have to see how Speidel does on the outside. I'm sure he'll let him go in the early stages of this one. He does. Speidel lets Roberts go, and he's also going to let Dylan Lee go as we work our way to the front stretch.
Dylan Lee making up a spot right there as he goes by Speidel along with Derek Dollareva. Now Cody Marshall trying to make something happen as he sits behind him. Dylan Brockwell also behind Cody Marshall. Like you said earlier, been a very fast driver here in the Nationwide Truck Series. Looking forward to see what he can do here tonight.
On board with Cody Marshall, but Dylan Brockwell has his nose stuck to the inside of him. That is for the 9th position as we work down the front stretch, as we got a battle for the lead here with James Ray looking to the inside of Dylan Jones in corner number 1.
While these guys battle, it's going to close Dave Washington in. He's going to put his nose to the inside of Dylan Jones also as they head down the backstretch. It's not going to happen. He's going to fall back in line. Front 3 now nose to tail as they head into turn 3.
Ray entered kind of high there in corner number 3 and 4, but that's okay. He's going to get the run off of 4 here down the front stretch. James Ray will lead him at the line.
Battle shaping up for 5th, a little bit further back there. Eric Dollareva makes the pass. He moves him up in 4th. Brian Neff now stuck to the outside as William Roberts looking to the inside of him. And now here comes Dylan Lee looking to the inside of Neff 2 off of 2.
It's for 6th position now. Lee's going to try and take it down in 3. He will. Now Speidel sticks a nose on his owner. Speidel looking to get around Brian Neff.
Side by side off of turn number 4. Neff on the outside. Can't do much on the outside. Speidel trying to... He loses a little bit of time there as Brockwell now gets by him on the outside. Brockwell up a spot as Cody Marshall has to check up hard off of 2.
Almost got into the back of Speidel in 1 and 2. He might have even touched him from what I could see. Speidel tagged the grass right there, lost some time. Like you said, back behind them, a little bit of side-by-side action going on. Mitchell Lennon got around Jay Adair. They're still side-by-side with Niall and Dave Elliott. Elliott's falling back.
Elliott's falling back from his start there. Just once you get to that outside line, it's real tough to get a run off of the corner. And that's what we're seeing right now as he's falling back now. Kenny Baum Jr. is going to make that pass off of turn number 2. But a lot of moving and swapping right now, but it looks like Brockwell trying to make something happen here over Brian Neff in turn 3.
He looks to the outside, almost got a bumper on him through the middle of the team, but loses a bunch of time off of 4. Dave Washington got around Dylan Jones, but we were focusing at the back of the pack. That was for 2nd, so Washington is in the runner-up position right now. Ray, still your leader. Jones sits 3rd. Then we have to go a few car lengths back to find Eric Dollareva, who's holding off William Roberts and Dylan Lee. That's a 3-car pack. And then we have a real big pack with Brian Neff, the leader, right behind them in 7th.
Yeah, that's a real big pack you were just talking about right there. 6 cars right now. Speidel still in that outside line. Kind of opens the door up a little for Mitch Lennon. He's going to get a run. It looks like he's going to stick a nose in as they head down into turn number 1. Mitch Lennon trying to get another spot here early on.
Oh, he tags the apron there. And that's just what you talk about. You can't tag the apron and it'll slide you up, just like you saw Lennon do right there. It's great mind to give him a bunch of room down there, and good thing he did, or that could have been catastrophic.
Definitely could have. Mitch Lennon's going to make that pass, though, off of turn number 4. Now he's going to set his sights on Dylan Brockwell. He looks to the inside at the line. But on Dylan Brockwell now side by side as they head back into 1.
Mitchell Lennon now on the move with Marshall. Marshall gets to the inside of Brockwell 2 as they exit off of 2 down the backstretch.
Side by side right now as we get an update. Justin Munsell in the 25 has pulled it behind the wall early, so some trouble early for the 25 machine. But right now the battle side by side, Cody Marshall, Dylan Brockwell, neither one of them giving each other an inch as they head back across the line. And that time Brockwell's going to get that position. That's for a battle for 9th right now.
Oh, and Marshall put the bumper heading into 1. Don't know if he thought he pitched him there or not, but he wasn't too happy, it looked like. Marshall now has a nose on him just ahead of them. You can see Mitch Lennon looks to the inside of Brian Neff.
Mitch Lennon looking to make up spots. Him and Cody Marshall, we talked about it early on in the race. Bad qualifying effort on their parts. Put them in the back. Now they have to fight around these guys and try to make up positions. Mitch Lennon and Cody Marshall doing a heck of a job of it early on here, but Mitch Lennon definitely the one making the most ground.
Lennon is up to 7th position. Marshall got by Brockwell, but now Jay Adair gets to the inside of Marshall down the backstretch.
Side by side into turn number 3. Jay Adair's got that preferred bottom line. Can he make it stick off of turn number 4? They're side by side behind him as Brockwell and Spidell sit side by side. Jay Adair is going to get the run. He's going to get the advantage through the tri-oval and heading into turn number 1.
So Adair on the move as well. He goes to 9th that time by Cody Marshall, still stuck in the 10th position. The battle's behind them, but there's also a battle for the 4th position between Eric Dallariva and William Roberts.
William Roberts been fast every single week he's entered into these cup races. Now looking to the inside, Eric Dallariva as they hit the stripe. Give William Roberts that spot. He's up to 4th as they head back into turn number 1.
He's going to take it in 1 and 2, and look at the rookie here, Dylan Lee. He wants a piece of it. Dallariva tags the apron, gets a little sideways. Dylan Lee doing a fantastic job in the 6th position. But look at that number 5. He is really starting to close on these guys.
Mitch Lennon, definitely a long-run driver. That guy, Spidell gets a little bit in the wall back in 3, a little behind these guys. But Mitch Lennon definitely making a lot of progress early on here. And it shows as this run keeps getting longer and longer as they work lap number 16 this time. And he's just that much faster as Eric Dallariva now all over. He gets on the apron, gets loose. Here comes Dylan Lee to the inside and Mitch Lennon off of the 2.
Second lap in a row that's happened for Dallariva. Mitch Lennon might get 2 on 1 lap just from Dallariva's mistake. He's on the inside of Dylan Lee right now. That's for the 5th position, and he's going to get it. Lee pushes up, almost tags the wall off 4.
No contest for Mitch Lennon on that one. Move him up to 5th now. Mitch Lennon back in the top 5 is now side by side. Right behind him for 6th is Dylan Lee on the inside while Eric Dallariva is trying to make it happen on the outside.
Dallariva really is doing a good job on the outside. He might make it work. Dallariva's going to clear him on the back straightaway on the outside. Dallariva retakes the 6th position.
He does, just barely cleared him. Dylan Lee giving him the room off of turn number 4. They're going to settle things down for a little bit here as we look a little bit further back, a few spots back, side by side behind Brian Neff. It's Cody Marshall and Dylan Brockwell still battling.
These guys have been side by side for almost the whole race. Neff slid up, though, down in 1 and 2, and that allowed Marshall to get by him. Now Brockwell looks inside as well. Brockwell and Neff will battle side by side. Oh, Neff almost pitched him down low. Neff real slow entering 3, bunched up the field behind him.
Yeah, let off a little bit too much more. He probably had to gather things up there. But Brockwell had a heck of a run through 3 and 4. Now he's all over the back bumper of Cody Marshall as they head back into turn number 1. Dylan Brockwell struggling early here, sitting 10th right now, but he's kind of been up a little bit, back a little bit. Now he's looking on the inside of Cody Marshall down the backstretch.
Brockwell on the inside of Marshall. Once again, this is for the 9th position here in this race. They're a little bit side by side behind him. Up here we got a battle for the 4th position. Mitch Lennon, he snagged it at the line. Lennon, like you said, Andy, he is a long run driver and he is on the move, but William Roberts not going to give up on that outside.
No, he's not. Working lap number 20, about 30 to 35 laps on a fuel run. Mitch Lennon getting the job done. We know we've been seeing him many times now as he sits about 3.5 seconds behind the leaders. He has won the gamble on 2 tires on a pit stop, so we'll keep an eye on him as pit stops approach closer. About 10 to 15 laps, we'll start seeing some of these guys hit pit road.
Not missing anything up front, James Ray continuing to lead over Dave Washington and Dylan Jones here in the early going. We've covering all the battles, and there's quite a bit mid-pack and at the back pack. These guys are really racy here in the early going. Everything's kind of settled down now for the most part, single file all the way around the track as of now.
Yeah, everyone kind of settled down now. Tires are starting to get worn out. Don't want to make too many mistakes. You get on the inside guy, start losing grip, coming up and wash into them or something like that. These guys are just trying to hang on to these things now. Into that first pit stop is right now we got Jay Adair trying to get a run on Dylan Lee as they head into turn 3.
That'll be for the 7th position. Adair has the run off of 4. He may look to the outside for this. No, he stays behind him to the tri-oval.
Stays behind him, but definitely has that run. He had to slow up just a little bit there as he thought he'd get in the grass. Jay Adair definitely making a run since he's been back to Noble. Definitely making a run with his what he can get out of these cars. Heck of a job in the Truck Series, couple top 5s the past 2 weeks for himself as he's making his comeback here at Noble. So good to see him here having a good run early early on in the Cup Series.
Certainly is, and he's going to look to the inside. No, he's in the grass. So Adair has to check out there again, as we got a battle just ahead of them for the 5th position between William Roberts and Eric Dalla Riva. First round of pit stops. Here comes Jay Adair and Ben Nile in the 72. He was real quick getting down on the pit road, but it looks like he got it slowed down in time. Carl, they came a little bit earlier than expected. What are we going to see on this round?
Well, the tires are a big issue here tonight. They're just running out of grip. They still have a little bit of fuel left in the tank, so they decided to just go ahead and pit early. Try to get that advantage of the 4 fresh rubbers on everybody else, and maybe they can make up some spots that way.
Dave Washington is on the pit road. He gives up the 2nd position, so is Cody Marshall. He was running 14th when he came down. Stefan Brunel is down as well.
55 is going to be making his pit stop up here. William Roberts, one of the front runners, one of the leaders. Dave Washington also made his pit stop.
And your leader, James Ray, gives it up. So does Dylan Jones, who picked up the 2nd position this time by Mitch Lennon's going to lead the lap. As Jones and Ray are now on pit road, as well as Roberts, like you said, Spidell and Baum.
Yeah, guys, there's some strategy playing out down here. Dave Washington was running 2nd when he came in, and Cody Marshall, he was mired back in the middle of the pack. But Cody only took 2 tires to get that track position, so we'll see how that's going to fare out for him.
Here comes the rest of them on pit road now. Looks like the rest of the field, everyone that hasn't pitted now, is the leader, Mitch Lennon. Started 12th, led lap. Here he is coming down pit road. He's heading your way, Carl. What's going on with that 5 car?
Mitch Lennon is loving this car. A lot of people are complaining about the car on the track tonight, but Mitch Lennon, he has nothing but praise. He says he don't want nothing done to it. He's just getting 2 tires and hopefully get some more track position.
And Andy, we've seen Lennon do this strategy all throughout his career here at Noble, whether it be a nationwide truck, especially here in the Cup, get the 2 tires early on. If there's one guy getting 2 tires on the pit stop, you can bet that it would be Mitch Lennon, and we'll have to see where he ranks up with the rest of the field. Here comes Washington up to speed right behind him.
Yeah, Mitch Lennon taking the 2 tires. On a green flag run like this, 2 tires is good. With the gap that he's got, and by the time, you know, a 25 lap or so run that these guys had, 27 laps for Mitch Lennon, by the time these guys catch up to him, the tire's going to be pretty much equaled out. At a track like this is where it works. So Mitch Lennon definitely getting the job done right now, and he's going to be your leader.
So Mitch Lennon, your leader here, Dave Washington, will be 2nd after the round of pit stops. Cody Marshall, big gain for him. He sits 3rd. Here is James Ray and Dylan Jones, who is battling for the 3rd position.
Yeah, heading into turn number 3. Looks like James Ray's going to get that position right now.
Cody Marshall really putting the pinch on Jones down the front straightaway there. I thought they were going to make contact. Jones is going to get by Marshall. That's for 4th.
Yeah, that's the difference right there. 4 tires and 2 tires, Ben. The problem is over the long run, Cody Marshall's going to be the benefactor here. He's not going to lose that many positions. When he was mired back in 9th, 10th, 11th place right before these pit stops.
Yep. So, as we continue to race around, Mitch Lennon is your leader here. Like I said just a few laps ago, nothing's changed there. Dave Washington still 2nd, but James Ray has jumped up to that 3rd position, and he's starting to reel in Washington as well as Lennon. as we work to the front straightaway to complete 32.
Battle right now on the track. Looks like Eric Dallariva looking to the inside of Dylan Lee as they head down the front stretch. Dylan Lee in the 8th spot. Eric Dallariva sitting in 9th. He was side by side through 3 and 4, but it looked like Dallariva got a little bit loose, and that cost him definitely on the front stretch.
And he's going to try and regain that speed back up, use a little bit of draft down the back stretch. Dallariva had a good run going in the early going. A bunch of pit strategy, though, from the other guys really messed up where his position is. Now that'll all cycle around here pretty soon, though. As Dallariva now trying to look to the outside of Lee. That's not going to work. Lee cuts him off.
Yeah, taking a look at a couple of these guys up in the top 10. Ben that only took 2 tires. Cody Marshall, Ben Nile, of course, Mitch Lennon, the leader, which Dave Washington hasn't been able to catch. And I know Dave took 4 tires, but Cody Marshall and Ben Nile doing a heck of a job on these 2 tires to get back up here in around the top 5.
That they are, as we are working on lap number 35. Got a battle going on for the 8th position, and we could see a battle for 2nd, possibly even the lead within the next few laps. You're watching the RC.net Cup Series live right here at Charlotte Motor Speedway on Noble Network 1. We'll be right back.
Does a real race car have a center post? Of course not, and neither should your race rig. The R-Seat Evo V3 with its unique design has no center post. The R-Seat Evo replicates what you would be accustomed to in your daily driver or something you may take to the track. It can accommodate drivers from 4'11" up to over 6'6" tall and is pre-drilled for all of the major wheel manufacturers on the market today. When it comes to performance, look no further than the R-Seat Evo V3. Check out the R-Seat Evo and other sim racing equipment by heading to www.rseat.net.
I felt it all at the Hall, where it's a cool 33 degrees.
We experienced it all at the Hall, where my son became the fastest man ever.
I relived it all at the Hall, where my grandson asked me, "Did you really do all that?"
Experience high-octane fun during NASCAR Hall of Fame's Cure for the Common Summer, presented by Coca-Cola.
James Ray and Dave Washington battling for the 2nd position here at Charlotte Motor Speedway on lap number 38. Crash at the back of the pack. Dylan Lee sideways. Can he save it? No, he's going to come back up in the traffic, and he's going to loop it around. Oh no, another pile up. It's Kenny Baum Jr., and he hits the inside wall. Caution is out here at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
That was a shocker. We're about 10-15 laps also from pit stops, so I'm sure we'll get these guys to come down pit road here, Ben. Only about halfway through a fuel run. I doubt you're going to see some guys stay out, especially on a fuel run, especially how the race started here with 38 laps of green flag racing.
Dylan Lee problem started off at corner number 4. He tagged the wall, came to the gas, flew over the Legends Oval, came back up in corner number 3. Still did not have the car completely under control and lost it there.
Pit road's open. They're all heading your way, Carl.
Hey, yeah, Mitch Lennon, he was tickled to death of those 2 tires. He said the car still felt awesome, but look for him to go ahead and get 4 tires this time. A lot of the other guys might gamble after seeing how good Mitch's car is handling and might get 2 tires. But overall, everybody's saying their car is actually doing a lot better after that round of green flag pit stops.
4 tires for Lennon. Lennon's coming off a pit road. Looks like he's going to beat everybody out. The battle's going to be for 3rd, though, with Dylan Jones. And it looks like he's going to edge out James Ray.
Bob Jr. staying some extra time in his pit box to get some damage repaired on his car. Other note we should note to you guys. Jay Adair also had some problems down the front straightaway. He collected the wall down in turn 1. He is out of this race. He's pulled up behind the wall, and Cody Marshall has pulled up behind the wall with electrical issues. And Andy, he pulled up behind the wall at a good time. Marshall did because we're under caution. He won't lose as many laps as if he would if we were green.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll see what happens here as the laps still click off, and haven't seen him come back in yet. But tough break. Cody Marshall has been really struggling the last couple of weeks. Didn't even make the race last week, Ben, and then the week prior to that, definitely didn't have the show, and he left that race early also. So it's going to be an interesting one to see here. But looks like TJ Gray is going to be back on the lead lap, and also it looks like Brian Neff is going to get a wave around also. So Brian Neff will get one of his 6 laps back as he heads around the field right now. But Michelin and the gamble paid off, Ben, as he took the 2 tires, got the lead, was able to hang on to the lead, got the caution. Now he's got 4 tires just like the rest of these guys, and still your leader.
Yep, and he's real lucky that the caution came out, so he was able to get those 4 tires. But now everybody's on even playing field, so it's going to be interesting to see who has the best car on the short run versus who has the better car on the longer runs here with all 4 fresh tires. We pace for the first time here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Want to thank all you for tuning in with us here at No Bull Network 1. If you want to give us a like on Facebook, all you have to do is search No Bull Motorsport and hit the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter, No Bull_Network 1.
Looks like David Elliott's the only one to come back down pit road here. Probably just to top off here, get a little extra fuel mileage. Probably get those calculators going like crazy, these crew chiefs do. It's still early in this race, 125 laps, 26 laps to go. So still a lot of time, but you never can be, you can't be caught off guard, we'll put it that way, as the field doubles up here and gets ready. Looks like we're going green next time by.
Lights are off on the pace car. Top 10 as we get set to go has Mitch Lennon in the lead. Dave Washington second, Dylan Jones third, James Ray fourth, William Roberts fifth, Niall is sixth, Dalla Riva seventh, eighth is Fidel, Brockwell, and Dylan Lee round out the top 10.
I'm going to do this restart on board with Dylan Jones, as he's going to be lined up behind Michelin, and Michelin is going to have control of the field, chooses the inside lane. Dave Washington and James Ray, though, very fast there on that outside. These top 4 have been fast all night long.
That they have, and don't count out William Roberts, who sits 5th. I don't think he's showing everything that he's got just yet.
No, and like I said, Ben, he has been very pleasantly, I've been pleasantly surprised, put it that way, by the way he's ran here over the last few weeks.
Yep, most definitely. 2x2, pace car in, and Lennon wasting no time. He's in the gas, and we're racing again here at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
I don't think anyone else got the memo that we were going racing, but Mitch Lennon, big jump here. Dave Washington's going to be able to get that second spot. Dylan Jones is going to line back in third as James Ray in fourth, but the battle right now is for 5th. Side by side, it is Mr. Robert Williams that we've been talking about, and of course Ben Niall now on the outside.
That's William Roberts on the inside and Ben Niall on the outside. Meanwhile, they're side by side. Up at the front, top 4 tail to nose, and they're really leaning on each other on the front straightaway.
Oh, they are. Tons of speed with these fresh tires. Now they got a chance to race it out. Here they are off of turn number 2. The top 4 still single file heading down the backstretch. The next 6 are single file behind them.
Dave Washington has a slight run on, and he's actually going to stick his nose to the outside. Here comes Dave Washington trying to run on the outside.
Trying to make it happen off of turn number 4. Still got a nose on the outside. Michelin is still going to lead that lap. Dave Washington still trying hard as they head back to turn number 1. He takes the advantage. Is he going to be able to make it stick? It looks like he is off of turn number 2. Dave Washington. Mitch Lennon now coming back to the inside.
Dave Washington really drove that car down hard into corner number 1. Side by side for the lead. Side by side for third. Lennon really saving his tires here in the early going. You can see he gets the better run off. Dave Washington so good into the corner there, side by side for the lead. Who's going to lead this lap? I don't know. It was Dave Washington by 1,000th of a second.
Unbelievable. As Mitch Lennon gets the apron a little bit, gets a little bit loose, it's going to leave that door open for Dave Washington to slide back down. Dave Washington, he's going to take control of that now as James Ray now looks to the outside of Mitch Lennon here going into 3.
Ray not wasting any time. He's got a fast car on the short runs and a fast car on the long runs. James Ray clears Lennon down the front stretch for second.
He does. James Ray now, he knows, especially after last week, you do not want Dave Washington to get too far ahead of you. He gave Washington a heck of a run last week at Kansas, but James Ray now up to second. Mitch Lennon's going to fall back to third.
Ray paddling down the back straightaway with Lennon. Washington has a slight lead, but Ray is cutting into that. He's cutting into it significantly off a corner number 4. Dylan Jones almost washed up, got a piece of the wall, and look who is knocking on the door. That's William Roberts, who sits 5th.
All these guys have caught back up to the lead pack here. We got about 10 cars right now battling for the lead as they come off of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway, Mitch Lennon staying right with James Ray, maybe trying to get that second spot back. But we did see Mitch Lennon much faster in the longer run, so look for him to start stepping it up here in the next 5 laps or so.
Top 10 drivers tail to nose. Jones and Roberts tagged each other off of 4, and that allows Roberts to get to the inside. Look at these guys, they're going to bunch it up. Right here, Eric Delhaime's on the inside of Nile. He almost slid up the track into him.
Yeah, he did side by side though for 4. Dylan Jones with the outside. William Roberts now along the inside, coming in through the corner off of turn number 4. It looks like William Roberts is going to take the advantage, but Dylan Jones isn't going to let him have it easy.
Gonna have to, because Roberts had the power off of 4 and he clears him into 1. William Roberts takes the 5th position, and Dylan Jones is under pressure from Big Nile.
Battle for the lead up front heading into turn number 3. James Ray was all over the back bumper of Dave Washington. Off of turn number 4, it's again the same. James Ray looking for that lead here at Charlotte.
Ray is on the bumper. He looks low. He looks high. He has nowhere to go because Washington is taking every line that he wants. Through 1 and 2, Ray really lets out early. He gets in the gas quicker than Washington. He tagged the 8 there, which slowed him up a tad.
It did, but the top 3 have broke away from 4th place, William Roberts. Now there's a battle back for 6. Looks like Eric Dollarriva to the inside of Nile. He kind of washes up the track. Nile gets loose. He's going to lose another spot. Oh, and we got trouble. Looks like Brad's might help.
Through the grass, he's able to keep it straight for the time being. Eric Dollarriva tried to pull a slide job on Nile, but did not clear him before he did so.
No, he didn't, but it's going to move him up a spot. Dollarriva now, Dylan Brockwell looking to get by Ben Niles and head back into turn number 3. That's a battle for 7th. Dylan Brockwell finally making some ground here early on. Maybe it was just getting used to the car. Here he is, takes that spot away from Ben Nile as they cross the start-finish line. Dylan Brockwell now 7th as they head to 1.
So everything kind of settling down for the moment.
Maybe.
Maybe, but we do still have this battle for the lead. James Ray, Washington really washes up corner number 4, and Ray says, hello, that's my time. He sticks his nose in low. James Ray looking for the lead.
Got to take advantage of it when Dave Washington makes a mistake, which quite frankly is rare. Now, James Ray, turns number 3, 4, trying to get in a push from, 1 and 2, trying to get a push from Mitch Lennon. Still going to be single file though. Dave Washington still going to maintain that lead.
James Ray is real good down in 3 and 4. Washington's a tad bit better in 1 and 2. Here comes Ray off of 4. He closes the gap. It's a half a car length at the stripe.
Mitch Lennon really closing in on these guys also. Mitch Lennon, like I said, long run. Look for this guy to shine. Mitch Lennon just trying to figure out which way he's going to go, which guy he's going to follow. As off of turn number 2, Ray's going to look to the inside again. Not going to happen, but he's going to close up on Dave Washington back into turn 3.
Corner number 3, he's been the closest he's been in quite a while. Maybe he can take advantage of it. He does. Off the 4, he has a good run. Not able to get side by side, though. Down the front stretch, Dave Washington holds him off and continues to lead.
Now down into turn number 1, James Ray lets off a little bit early there. Now he gets back on it, trying to make a run off of turn number 2. He's going to pull up to the inside of Dave Washington. Not quite. Going to fall back in line as they head back to turn 3.
Didn't quite have the bumper he was wanting, but he might get it in 4. He steers that car down low, plants the throttle. As he got a bumper? He does. James Ray and Washington side by side head towards 1.
Side by side for the lead into turn number 1. James Ray with that preferred bottom line. Dave Washington, however, has been making the top side work as of late. Off of turn number 2, they're still door to door with Mitch Lennon looking on from behind.
It's a dead heat heading into corner number 3. Ray tries to work the middle side, but Washington puts a stop to it. Washington pitches it low. Ray almost slides up. They almost made contact on the 4.
If you're going to get to buy Dave Washington, you're going to work for it. Still side by side now for 2 laps. James Ray into turn number 1. Looking, trying anything he possibly can to get the advantage. Off of turn number 2, Dave Washington's going to have a slight advantage as they head down the back straightaway and back into turn 3.
Washington's actually going to clear him, but Ray is still there. Mitchell is just sitting back watching these guys, and here comes Ray back on the inside again. James Ray still trying to make the inside work.
Trying to make the inside work, maybe have to back the corner up just a little bit more so we can get that run off. James Ray now pulls a slight advantage through the middle of the corner. Off of turn number 2, here they go. He's got the advantage down the back straightaway. Now, can he make it happen in turn number 3 to get that lead?
He's been as far up side by side as he has been before. Just not quite able to do it. Here comes Ray, though. He's on the inside. Can he lead this lap at the stripe? He will by a half a car.
Half a car length. He's Washington really making him work for this on that bottom side. We've seen guys all night long just once they get on that high side, just let the guy go. Not Dave Washington. Dave Washington now has the advantage. Oh, down the back straightaway, back into turn number 3. He's almost going to have him clear, but James Ray's still going to be there.
We're looking down from the Noble Network 1 blimp. You can really get the feel for how close these guys are. Racing at 200 miles per hour. Washington snags the lead there, but James Ray not giving up. He's still on the inside.
Dave Washington on the outside lane was 2:01 when he headed into the corner. Off of turn number 2, he's going to still have that advantage. James Ray now going to duck back behind. He's going to fall back in line, probably wore out those tires, trying to make that bottom line work. Still, though, he's got to run off of turn number 4. Here he comes again. James Ray still looking for that lead.
Not going to be able to get side by side, though. Top 3 go tail to nose. Still down the front stretch, and I tell you, TJ Gray sideways down the front stretch. He's able to save it, but my goodness, that car was all sorts of craziness, and he's still not completely in control down in 3 and 4. He does get it straight, though.
James Ray up front still trying to make that inside line work, as now Mitch Lennon has pulled along his door, and now Mitch Lennon's going to take that second spot from James Ray as they head back into turn 1.
Lennon goes a second as it is the time to try and get around Dave Washington here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. We'll follow. Lennon has just been patiently riding behind these two, letting them race as hard as they can. And here comes Lennon. He looks low. Can Lennon stick it side by side?
This is as late in the run as we've been talking, and we've seen Mitch Lennon, especially on that first long green flag run, is now he's looking side by side with Dave Washington back into turn number 1. Mitch Lennon now, this is his time to shine this late in the run. Can he do it off of turn number 2?
He gets a good run off 2. He has a good run down the backstretch. Lennon's going to lead heading into corner number 3, maybe. A dead heat through the center of 3 and 4.
Off of turn 4, though, Mitch Lennon going to have the slight advantage as they come to the tri-oval. Mitch Lennon going to lead this lap. Dave Washington can do nothing from the outside lane. Mitch Lennon now Gets a little bit loose as he heads into turn number 1, drops him back just a tad. Now, side by side off of 2, Washington's going to have the slim lead, and he's going to be able to clear him as before they get to turn 3. Now, James Ray to the outside of the 5.
Ray trying to make it work, not going to be able to do it on the outside, though. Hang on, maybe not. No. Ray still trying to work the outside, but not side by side with Lennon. Lennon's low, and Washington is just letting them have this inside line because, Andy, like I said earlier in the race, you can hold off someone on that outside line. Oh, Washington pushed up. Lennon kind of pressured him there. They're side by side for the lead.
You're absolutely right, Ben, but Dave Washington has been the only one so far tonight to be able to hang on to a spot on that high side. The guys on the bottom have been able to prevail, except on Dave Washington, as now it's side by side for second. Mitch Lennon still with the advantage. He's going to have them clear before they head into turn number 1.
My goodness, what a race we have witnessed tonight. Linton's going to fall back quite a bit. So is Ray, about 4 or 5 car lengths from Washington down the backstretch. We could see the leaders get this time by. We're hearing it on the radio. Linton's going to stay out, but here comes Dave Washington and James Ray heading down into pit road. It's a race heading to the braking zone, and Carl Brown, they're heading your way.
Yeah, Ray was playing. He wore his tires out just a little bit, trying to get past Washington that run. Look for them to do a little slight air pressure change and fill that car up. Washington said his car is handling really good. He had no problem letting Mitch Lennon and Ray take that bottom. He was just saving his tires, looking to get some fuel here and 4 tires.
So Washington, Ray, and Jones all take 4 tires, and Dylan Jones is going to gain a bunch of time. He's going to come out in front of James Ray.
Great stop by that crew. The 11 crew getting the job done right there. He's going to be able to hang with Dave Washington here too. Off of pit road, looks like Dave Elliott's going to come down pit road. And Mitch Lennon is done with his stop. 2 tires. He's going to head back out on track. Mitch Lennon again with the 2 tires on the green flag stop.
Wow, so Dylan Jones, a big beneficiary on this round of pit stops. Mitch Lennon is just now getting up to speed. He's on the back straightaway now.
He is. He's going to have quite an advantage right now over Dave Washington. Let's mark this down. Lap 68. Mitch Lennon came down pit road. We'll have to keep an eye on him, see how long it takes if Dave Washington can catch him.
Sorry to cut you off there, Andy. We had our lap car way high. It was Brian Neff and William Robertson and Ray were heading in there side by side. They were 3 wide for a moment and narrowly escaped disaster. Just under 100 laps to go here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. We're going to let everything cycle around, and when we come back, we'll have an updated lineup for you here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. You're watching the RSeat.net Cup Series live on Noble Network 1.
Did your little storm knock out the power? Well, excuse me for not noticing.
Hate to disappoint you, old man Winter. Better luck next time.
If the power goes out, your Generac standby generator goes on, automatically.
Down trees? Flash floods? Is that all you've got?
Stand up to the threat of outages with Generac and never feel powerless.
Hey race fans, it's Carl Edwards, driver of the number 99 Aflac Ford Fusion with your eye safety tip of the week. Did you know that 90% of eye injuries can be avoided simply by wearing the proper ANSI approved eyewear? More than 1 million Americans have lost some degree of sight due to eye injury. That's a risk that I'm just not willing to take. Go to wileyx.com to find a dealer near you and to learn more about the first premium performance sunglass company whose entire product line meets occupational safety standards. That's WILEYX.com. Wiley X. Safety never looks so cool.
I felt it all at the hall, where it's a cool 33 degrees.
We experienced it all at the hall, where my son became the fastest man ever.
I relived it all at the hall, where my grandson asked me, "Did you really do all that?"
Experience high-octane fun during NASCAR Hall of Fame's Cure for the Common Summer, presented by Coca-Cola.
Welcome back to Noble Network 1 here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Mitch Lennon is your leader after taking the 2 tires, but he is being caught by Dave Washington about 0.2 of a second a lap. RC.net top 5 right now as they run at the stripe. Mitch Lennon has the lead over Dave Washington. James Ray sits third, Dylan Jones is fourth, and William Roberts, a familiar face of the top 5 here in the Cup Series.
He is. A couple guys just outside the top 5, though, Ben, keeping an eye on Eric Dallariva. Doing a heck of a job here so far tonight. Dylan Brockwell, slow start to the night. They're getting used to the ride or what, but they made some changes to that car, and he finds himself in striking distance now, sitting 7th.
He certainly does, and I would not be surprised if we saw Brockwell come out of this thing with a top 5 finish. This dude can drive a nationwide car. He can drive a truck. And I think he's got it figured out here tonight.
Yeah, Dylan Brockwell, like we said and mentioned, doing a heck of a job this season with 8 wins on the season, 4 in the nationwide, 4 in the truck. Not to mention a couple little streaks there. He had 4 in a row in the trucks before losing it in Chicago a couple weeks ago. So he might as well get used to this Cup car because the type of driving he's doing in the nationwide trucks, he's going to have to move up here to the Cup and start getting things done up here.
Oh yeah, but his mentor Dave Washington will be right behind him every step of the way. And man, if you have somebody mentoring you like Dave Washington, you're going to be fast.
Yeah, we've noticed already. I mean, he was fast to begin with, Ben. Had 2 wins before Dave Washington took over as his crew chief. With the 8 this season, that's actually moved him up to 2nd in the all-time list in Noble wins with Chad Simpson with 10. So only those 2 guys sit behind Dave Washington quite a bit back, some 26 race wins behind him.
Here comes James Ray to the inside of Washington for the 2nd position. And these guys have been side by side at least 50% of this race, and they're still going to be side by side through corner number 2. Ray just couldn't quite find the throttle, and he's gonna pull back up behind Washington.
James Ray still making a run off turn 4. Wasn't able to make it happen off of 2, but here he is right on his back bumper as they head back into turn number 1. James Ray driving the heck out of this thing here tonight. He did the same last week in Kansas and really gave Dave a run for his money for the win, but James Ray still trying to get around Dave here for that 2nd spot.
That is, and Dave Washington continues to lead Ray right now, not lead the race, but I tell you what, one guy who is starting to catch up, oh, Washington got a little loose there. Ray on, I think Ray put the bumper.
He had nowhere to go running that fast off of the corner, and when you slip up like that and you're that close to begin with, tough job, but James Ray, a heck of a job to stay off him and not wreck him. But these guys putting on a great battle. As the next 2 behind them, 4th and 5th, Dylan Jones and William Roberts now starting to creep into the picture.
Starting to creep in as these guys starting to go side by side. I tell you what, Jones and any other race, we see him up here battling with Dave Washington. Andy, I don't think they quite have the setup or the right wrench turned just far enough for his car to be good on the long run. He struggled on the long runs all night long.
He has side by side for second. James Ray looking to go to the inside again, wanting to make it happen as they head back to turn number 3. He's there. He's on the inside of Dave. Oh, and he slips up a little bit. Almost got into him. Had to back out of it. Dave Washington's gonna get that spot back. Second place, and James Ray falls back a little bit more.
My goodness. I think I heard Dave Washington chuckling on his race radio there. Man, he did a good job saving that thing. I think Ray actually did tap him, and both drivers did a fantastic job not taking out them and the 2 guys behind him as they battle for the second position. Battle for 4th is heating up. William Roberts has caught the bumper of Dylan Jones.
Yeah, we've talked a lot about, I keep saying it, about William Roberts doing a heck of a job, not running for points this season, kind of just coming in, getting some more seat time, and for a guy just coming in to get some seat time and run some cup races, this guy's definitely making a name for himself, and you're going to see him as a permanent fixture next season, I guarantee that.
Oh, most definitely. He actually is really closing the gap right there. Look at him. He pulls right to the rear bumper of Jones and actually trying to find a way around him on the front stretch.
Trying to find a way as he's all over that back bumper as they head back into turn number 1. These 2 guys still closing in on second and third place as they do that, though. Roberts all over his bumper off of turn number 2, going to let him have it this time, but William Roberts, very patient driver, but you know he wants to get to that front.
Almost definitely. He's one of those guys that is so patient, he'll just sit behind you and pressure you into making a mistake, and that's the way he picks off his drivers. James Ray is right on the bumper of Dave Washington. He was almost pushing him down the front stretch, and Washington, look how high he goes up. James Ray takes advantage of it, and James Ray takes the second position on the back straightaway.
He does. He takes that position right now as they head down the back straightaway. James Ray, he's got the advantage, but Dave Washington's too strong on that outside line. Still side by side off of turn 4. This battle for second's really taking shape.
And Ray trying to stay as low as he could right there, tagged the apron, and Washington was able to slide right back around the outside. Mitch Lennon's spotter is telling him all this, and he is loving the sound of it because he is continuing to pull away.
It looks like the 72 is going to make his pit stop. He has been the first one on pit road all night long on these green flag stops. So Ben Nile is going to be the first leader, or first guy on the lead lap here, sitting 8th, going to head down pit road.
A good run for Nile tonight. Sitting in the position, he's going to give it up this time to head on down to pit road. But I think this is one of his first, possibly his first start here in the Cup Series, and he's proven himself.
Oh, he definitely has, very quietly. You know, we haven't talked much about him this race, a little bit during the early going when there were a lot of battling side by side, but very quietly he has been here in the top 5, and Ben Nile getting the job done so far in his first start here in Noble Cup Series.
Tables have turned for the second position. James Ray is now going to take that outside. He's going to pinch Washington down. He's going to give him a taste of his own medicine. Washington, though, is strong on the inside, too. James Ray has a slight advantage on the outside down the front stretch. Oh, trouble heading out on the pit road. William Roberts is around and backways in the grass, and man, we did not want to see that out of him.
Absolutely not. That's probably going to end up a penalty for him, too. William Roberts having issues as we look at the replay coming up, just having some issues coming down on pit road. The entrance kind of sneaks up on you, and when you're running that fast, it happens. But he's going to make his stop here, but trouble for William Roberts.
Roberts has some issues. One guy that didn't have any issues was James Ray. When he passed Dave Washington around the outside, James Ray sits second right now here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. And hearing from his radio, he could be headed to the pits this time by. Lennon's going to stay out. Here comes Ray, though, and Washington swoops by on the outside. Here comes Dylan Jones speeding to the line as well.
Yep, Dylan Jones, Dollar is going to come in this time around. Look for Mitch Linden and Dave Washington to make their stops coming up. But James Ray on pit road. Carl, what's he saying to his crew about this thing?
He's saying the car is starting to come to him a little bit more on the longer runs here until he was able to get back or get around Washington for a second during that run. They're looking to fill it up with gas, 4 tires, and
trouble on pit road. Trouble. Looks like Speidel got into the 79 of Stefan Brunel right there. Oh, Dalla Riva! Whoa, that was close right there in pit road. So a lot of guys having trouble on pit road on this round, Ben. Not looking good for these guys.
Crazy happenings right there. And good thing that these cars sometimes are invisible. And here on iRacing on the pit road, or Dalla Riva would be behind the wall right now.
Look at the replay, and it looks like Speidel and the 79 just clipped bumpers there. The 79 got spun around as he was leaving pit road, and Speidel was on his way in. Mitch Lennon, 2 tires again as the leader's down pit road. Dave Washington also took 2 tires. So Mitch Lennon, that's 2 stops in a row, Ben, with 2 tires.
That it is. Oh, Dylan Lee almost caused havoc for Dylan Jones and James Ray off of corner number 2, and Dylan Lee actually is your leader.
He is. He's staying out here in this long green flag run here. Probably can make it another lap or so here, but Dylan Lee making a name for himself, also leading some laps.
Mitch Lennon is slowed down in 3 and 4 to heat speed on pit road.
It was either that or they didn't get any fuel in that car as he's got it kind of up to speed here, but here he comes down pit road with trouble for that 5 bunch here. Not what he wanted to see.
So we'll see if we can't find out exactly what was going on right there. He's out of gas. That's crazy. My goodness, he had such a good run, and they're going to go ahead and put left side tires on that thing. Why not? While he's down. This is an unbelievable turn of events for Mitch Lennon.
Yeah, not what he wanted at all. Unbelievable that would happen, and just a mistake on pit road, and it's going to cost him big time. What he needs now is a big time caution.
Most definitely. Battle is for the 3rd position on the track. Now make it 2nd as the scoring update set the line between Dylan Jones and James Ray. Kenny Baum Jr. is a slower car. He has damage from the first caution there.
He does. Finds himself 16th place right now, 16 laps down also. So letting the scene cycle around here is looks like we'll run you through an RC.net top 5 as they run right now. Dave Washington is your leader because of the trouble with Mitch Lennon. Dylan Jones will run 2nd. James Ray 3rd. Eric Dalla Riva is 4th. And look who's made it in the top 5, the 20 of Dylan Brockwell.
He certainly has, and I told you he'd be up there, and that mistake from William Roberts really helped him get up into the top 5. Roberts sits 6th right now. Mitch Lennon, it's one of his laps back from Washington, down in 1 and 2.
Yeah,
Mitch Lennon now 1 lap
the
down.
hard way.
Yep. Carl, what you got on Mitch?
Yeah, when he come down, the pit stop was so quick. They accidentally left the wedge wrench in the back window, so he had to come back down and serve a penalty for leaving the pits with equipment on his car still. So that's what happened with Mitch Lennon there.
Oh my, and yep, that's what it takes, is a small mistake like that to ruin your race and make a really long night for you.
Yeah, from first place, he drops all the way to 14th, 1 lap down. The 3rd car 1 lap down. So a lot of work to be done by the 5 team if they want to even remotely have a chance to get back on the lead lap.
I tell you what, Dave Washington is being caught, and he is being caught super quick by James Ray. Ray is on the move. He and Jones, Jones is tagging along as well. but these guys are catching Dave Washington for the lead.
Yeah, and like we've seen the whole race long, catch him's one thing, but to get by him's another. And Dave's been so strong on that outside line. He has not been afraid to give these guys that bottom line. But some 1.5 seconds back right now they sit, so it's going to take a few laps for him to catch up. But James Ray, definitely a fast one here tonight.
Yeah, I think this is one of the quickest cars Ray has had all season long, and he's definitely showing it tonight. He's been in the lead, and he's been in this top 3 almost 99% of the race. He has really got a rocket ship under him tonight. Oh, Kenny Bob Jr. hits the wall, and he's to the grass on the front straightaway, and that damage had to be a factor in that one, and he's gonna pull it down onto the apron without further incident.
So bad night just keeps getting worse for the 2 car. Not the season we expected, not the season I think he expected here so far. Obviously still finds himself in the chase. Oh,
caution is out. Crash on the front straightaway, and it almost takes out your leader Dave Washington. TJ Graves almost takes out Dave Washington. Graves got to the wall, looped it around, made attack, and Dave Washington almost creamed him. You're watching the replay. Holy cow. So, caution out. That allows the leaders to head down on to Carl. We just took fuel. What are we going to see on this round?
Well, the last time we was in, don't know if this is a little trickery or what, but right now only Ray's only showing that they're going to do 2 tires by his pit crew. He took 4 tires just a few minutes ago. Washington's crew, they're showing 4 tires because they only got 2, so look for Washington to do 4. But right now, Ray's crew is trying to trick everybody with only showing 2 tire stop right now.
And they're actually going to do 4, and Washington's going to win the race off. It's going to be close between Dollar-Eater and Ray. Ray had a slow stop there.
Yeah, it looks like James Ray, other than his pit crew, James Ray has been stellar here tonight, but it looks like every time on pit road that they lose, especially under caution, they're losing ground every time.
We'll be right back.
Does a real race car have a center post? Of course not, and neither should your race rig. The R-Seat Evo V3 with its unique design has no center post. The R-Seat Evo replicates what you would be accustomed to in your daily driver or something you may take to the track. It can accommodate drivers from 4'11" up to over 6'6" tall and is pre-drilled for all of the major wheel manufacturers on the market today. When it comes to performance, look no further than the R-Seat Evo V3. Check out the R-Seat Evo and other sim racing equipment by heading to www.rseat.net.
I felt it all at the hall, where it's a cool 33 degrees.
We experienced it all at the hall, where my son became the fastest man ever.
I relived it all at the hall, where my grandson asked me, "Did you really do all that?"
Experience high-octane fun during NASCAR Hall of Fame's Cure for the Common Summer, presented by Coca-Cola.
We're back here at Charlotte Motor Speedway, and Andy, we're serving caution number 2 here tonight. I tell you what, these nachos and cheese up here they brought us are delicious.
Some of the best on circuit. by far. Second to none, put it that way. The nachos are definitely my favorite here at Charlotte.
Put you some jalapenos on there, and you're set for the whole race. And
Jalapenos.
There you go. Matt asked for some on Whisper, so Matt, we'll send you some down there to the van with with some barbecue or barbecue sauce. Barbecue nachos. Andy, have you ever heard of? I don't know.
I'd rather spicy myself, but whatever.
Well.
All right, we won't go there, and we won't tell anyone what we just heard, Ben. But yeah, he's a big fan. Our producer, Matt. Yeah, just imagine it's Matt.
Get creative.
Yes, very creative. But he's a huge fan of those barbecue nachos. Anyway, field getting double fouled here, Ben. Working lap number 109 here. Going to be about 57, 58 to go here when they take the green.
That it will be rseat.net top 5 when we take the green flag. We'll have Dave Washington leading them to the green flag. Dylan Jones will be second. James Ray will be, Eric Dellariva will be third. James Ray fourth, and Dylan Lee will round out the top 5.
Good job by that 45 car of Dylan Lee, doing a great job here, getting himself back up here. Dylan Brockwell, we were just talking about him being in 5th, slipped back a little bit on this pit stop here. He's going to restart 9th, but back in the lead laps, Mitch Lendon, tail of the field though. We'll see how fast this car is this time.
Sits 13th, and the race isn't over yet. He could be leading this thing within the next 20 laps. You never know here in the Cup Series. Pace car getting ready to pull down on. They'll stack them up 2 by 2. Washington slows them up. He's finally in the gas, and we're racing again here at Charlotte.
Good jump by Washington as they head back into turn number 1. He's going to be clear and free as the battle for second now is side by side. Dylan Jones on the outside with Eric Dellariva, teammate of Dave's, taking that spot off of 2. He's going to be second now as they head down the backstretch.
Dellariva takes second, Jones is third, and James Ray already trying to find a way around him as we head into corner number 3. For the 5th position, it's Dylan Lee on the inside of William Roberts.
Not going to be able to make it stink and have to fall back in line. William Roberts is going to take that 5th position away from Dylan Lee. And back into turn number 1, the top 10 now, still single file heading in through the corner.
That they are battle for seconds, heating up on the corner number 2. Jones got to run. He looks slow, but he's no. Who's going to look low first? Jones stays in line, and he'll try again off of 4. Ray, though, has a real good run. He just has nowhere to go.
Nowhere to go for James Ray. He's got to be patient here, and I don't want to make a mistake. Right now, early in this run here, is now Dylan Jones going to look to the inside. Not going to quite have the room on Eric Dellariva as they head off of turn number 2 this time. But James Ray, he's looking on the outside of Dylan Jones.
We've seen Ray make the pass on Washington on the outside. He might try and pull it on Jones here, and he gets a good run to the center of 3 and 4. Look at James Ray working the outside. Jones wiggles down low.
Wiggles gets in the grass. He's going to lose another spot to William Roberts. Dylan Jones gets in the grass. He loses 2 spots. William Roberts going to now jump ahead of him, and he's going to find himself now in 4th as Jones back to 5th.
That shows you how quick it can happen. Here comes James Ray to the inside of Eric Dellariva. Ray trying to work the inside. Dellariva has 2 tires on the outside. Maybe an easy one for Ray this time.
Maybe, but it's not looking at it right now. At the line, still side by side, heading back into turn number 1. James Ray trying to get around Eric Dellariva. But you know these 2 teammates, Dellariva and Dave Washington, probably communicating something over the radio during the caution flags. But so far, the outside line, he's able to stay with him until now. James Ray now pulls into second over Dellariva.
Ray clears him now. William Roberts is looking to get him. Whoa, Jones continuing to slide. We're into that car all the way around this track. William Roberts is looking for 3rd, and whoa, hang on. Eric Dellariva's not done with Ray yet.
He's not, but he is now. Off of turn number 2, James Ray going to pull away now. Ray now with a 3-car length lead over Eric Dellariva heading back into turn number 3. William Roberts now going to try to put some pressure on that 74. Meanwhile, Brockwell now making some room. He makes it too wide there as he drops under the inside of Dylan Lee, and Lee's going to give that position. That will be for 6th.
So bump Brock to 6. Dylan Lee back to the 7th position. And Ben Nile trying to work his way up into the top 5. He's set around 7th, 8th, or 9th the whole race. I think he's just saving up for the end of the race as well. William Roberts now to the inside of Eric De La Riva. That's for 3rd.
Off of turn number 4, he's got the position right now. William Roberts, he's got the nose in front of him. He's going to get that position for that lap in the meantime. But heading into turn number 1, De La Riva going to hang tough on that outside.
Roberts not going to give up low. Look at De La Riva pinch him down in 1 and 2. And Roberts has a run. Can he clear him in 3? No. Yes. Roberts slides up in front of him. Look out. We could be 3 wide. We are for the 3rd position here in the Cup Series. Oh, contact. De La Riva makes it. Whoa, no. Look out. This is going to be big. Oh no, right in front of traffic, Speidel into the wall. He's sideways, and he's through the grass, no caution yet.
That's such a tough thing as a driver heading that much speed as you head back into turn number 1 on the flat. The car will not turn, and you end up coming up track, and what an eerie feeling because you have no idea if someone's going to run into you.
Big beneficiary of that one is Dylan Jones. He moves up to 3rd. William Roberts is 4th. Dylan Brockwell 5th, and Ben Nile is now 6th.
Just an update, Mitch Lennon restarted 13th, and he is up to 9th now, making some ground about a second now behind Eric De La Riva.
For the lead, James Grant caught Dave Washington on lap number 120. Just 47 laps to go in this race. It doesn't seem that we've really been racing for 120 laps, but they have ticked by tonight.
They have. These guys put on a heck of a show here this evening. A little bit better, I think, than Kansas last week, Ben, with those early cautions taking out half the field. But tonight, these Cup drivers getting it done at Charlotte.
120 complete now, 47 official laps left here, and James Ray has caught Dave Washington, but like you said earlier, Andy, catching him is one thing, passing him is another. He gets a good run down the backstretch. James Ray, does he look low? No, he stays in his line.
Stays in his line for the time being. Gonna try to get a run now as they head off of the corner, and it looks like Ray's going to fall back in line, but we got a battle for 3rd. It's now William Roberts looking to the inside of Dylan Jones as they hit the line.
Roberts is going to take the position. Jones slides down in front of Brockwell for the time being. William Roberts bump him to the podium. Dylan Jones back to 4th, and Brockwell now sets his sights on the number 11.
He does. Brockwell slow and steady. Restarted 9th here on this restart. Finds himself in 5th now. Up front, still the battle. They're still nose to tail, and off of turn number 4, it looks like James Ray's going to make a move.
He looks to the outside. No. He looks to the inside. No. James Ray has to keep his line. Washington dives it down in there deep, but Ray is just so good off of the corners. That's where he gets his run, and he gets a run on the back stretch. He's got a big run. Does he stay in line or look low?
Wow. I mean, I don't even think you could put a piece of paper between those two guys down the straightaway there. Definitely a great job by James Ray. And you got to feel, after many, many laps of fun with a guy like this, you got to think that at some point these drivers got to get somewhat impatient, no?
Oh, yeah, most definitely. Ray, he'll have his turn, and he'll still be right there on the bumper of Washington. He could be looking low right now, but he knows if he looks low, Washington's going to just pinch him down there, and they're going to wear Ray's tires clear off the rim, so that's why he's not making a move just quite yet.
Yeah, we know that because he wore his tires out that last time. How many laps did we see him side by side for that position last time? But, oh, he's making his move now onto the inside. Looks like Dave slipped up just a bit in turn number 2. But, wow, what a power move by Washington. He's going to maintain that spot heading into 3.
Ray actually slipped up, had to get out of the throttle, got loose a little bit, and that allowed Washington to pull back. Here comes Ray. He gets a run on the outside, but wasn't able to get a bumper.
No, he wasn't. Dave Washington's still going to get back to that high side now. It's Dave Washington, man, just so smooth, so smooth. He's going to make it tough James Ray just trying to do everything he possibly can to get by this guy.
Mitch Lennon will be heading to the pit road this time by. He was a little bit off sequence, but at least he was able to get back on the lead lap. Here comes Ray back to the inside. He almost snagged the lead at the line. He has the bumper heading into one. What can he do?
Yeah, that is the question. What can he do? Still the advantage off of turn number 2. Is he going to be able to clear him down the back straightaway? Right now, no. Dave Washington still has a fender on that inside line, but James Ray, maybe with that advantage, will be able to clear him in the center of the corner. It doesn't look like it's going to happen off turn 4. They're still going to be side by side.
Side by side, but Ray leads the lap. On lap number 127, hand it to Ray, and he falls back a little bit there. Oh, pushes up real big down in the middle of 1 and 2. And James Ray going to have to fall back in line behind Dave Washington here.
He is. I mean, I don't know about him, but I know me. I'd be frustrated at this point. At times, the flashes of brilliance, you know your car's faster, but just completing that pass, and that's definitely got to make you frustrated.
Yeah, most definitely. While these guys are battling side by side, Andy, William Roberts, Dylan Jones, and Dylan Brockwell, they are all starting to catch these guys. And here comes Ray back to the inside.
Back to the inside. He knows he better make a move quicker. He's going to have these guys barking on his back door. James Ray still on the inside of Dave Washington. Can he clear him off of turn number 4? Yes, he's going to clear him this time as they head down the front straightaway. A new leader of the 00.
And he has it by a car length for the first time in a long time, and Washington dives right back there. Here comes Washington right back on the rear bumper of Ray. What's he going to do? Off of 2, James Ray starting to slowly look like pull away.
Well, he had been showing that he was faster than Dave Washington, he was able to catch him. So now can he maintain that and stay ahead of him and maybe pull away from him? James Ray, as they get ready for Green Platte pit stops here coming soon. So James Ray wanting that lead to stay that way as they come to pit road when they make their changes.
37 laps to go. This is not going to be the final stop. If it is, they're going to really have to push it to make it all the way. Washington is right on the bumper. Washington's looking for the lead. Washington trying to work that inside line, but he's getting a taste of his own medicine with Ray prevailing on the outside. James Ray still your leader, with Washington really fighting hard to get around him back for third. They're fighting hard as well. Dylan Jones is all over the rear bumper of William Robertson. He gets a good run off of 4 right there. He's actually going to look to the outside.
On the outside, he's going to have a fender on the inside, or on him there. Dylan Jones on the outside now. Now can he make it work? Trying to get by William Roberts off of turn number 2. Still going to be side by side down the straightaway. No clear advantage, but they are door to door heading to 3.
Jones has that slide advantage on the outside. Oh, Roberts pushed up. He tagged the apron. They made contact. They beat and bang, but they're still side by side.
Yeah, and all that did was bring Dylan Brockwell into the picture. He's now right behind William Roberts. He's going to try to take advantage of that bottom line. Door to door, though, for third. Off of turn number 2, William Roberts and Dylan Jones. Looks like Jones going to get the advantage on the outside.
Jones clears him. Now Brockwell clears him, and William Roberts is going to fall back all the way back to the 4th position. And the leaders are coming down pit road, and they come together, and it's a tight race on. But Dave Washington beat Ray to the line, and Carl, what's going to happen?
They're calling for a full tank of fuel. They're actually getting a little short to possibly make it from here. Everybody's been averaging roughly about 28 laps a run. They're still roughly 32 laps from the finish of this thing. So they're going to try to slam it packed full of fuel as much as possible. Throw 4 tires on it, and might see a strategy to make it here, make this last stop.
Andy, you saw on Tuesday night, Brian Terry, he had to crawl around this mile-and-a-half speedway to get his win, and I think some of these guys might have to do the same if they want to win this thing tonight. They're going to have to really go in the fuel-saving mode, because I don't think they can make it.
It's going to be close. Some of these other guys, like William Roberts, who is just now coming down pit road, he might have a chance here. With it's going to be 30 laps for him. He's on pit road, so it's going to be close. But some of these guys that are pitting now, like Dave Elliott, who's coming in now, these guys might have a chance.
It will be close, most definitely, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens here. Washington's got some traffic with Mitch Lennon. Lennon, going to let him go. But it did slow Washington down a tad, which allowed Ray to close the gap.
Close the gap, but you got to remember when they came into pit road, James Ray had the lead, so now he's chasing Washington again. Exactly what's been happening all night long, Ben. It looks like his crew's just letting him down on pit road.
Yeah, they definitely have to get into the rhythm here. And Mitch Lennon's actually on the lead lap, so he was not lap traffic for those guys. They're actually passing Lennon for position.
They are, but you got to remember Mitch Lennon is off sequence, so he is going to have to make a stop a lot earlier than these guys. But he's definitely going to make one more stop here before this thing's over.
Dylan Jones comes out ahead of Washington and Ray, and he's actually going to be your leader here at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Yeah, he comes out way ahead of these guys. I don't know if that was a fuel only or just 2 tires, but Dylan Jones getting it done here in the late going.
So we got 28 laps to go. That's a pit stop. That's a fuel run right there. 28 laps to go. If anybody can make it from here on out, they might be able to be good. But I tell you what, they're going to have to do a bunch of saving in order to make it.
Oh yeah, and I'm glad I'm up here in the booth, Ben, and not having to slam these calculators down there or drive these cars.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Caution is out and everything has changed. It's Dylan Brockwell around, and oh no. He makes contact with Mitch Lennon, and Brockwell went hard into the wall. And all strategy Andy goes right out the window, and I'm kind of glad about that, because these guys are going to come down, they're going to get 4 tires, and we're going to have an all-out brawl to the finish.
Oh, we absolutely are, Ben. These guys, even Mitch Lennon, right now maintaining on the lap. Oh, that was a heavy hit for Brockwell. Watching the replay up here in the booth, and oh man, just overcorrected. Mitch Lennon very lucky he wasn't caught up in that.
Yeah, Lennon lucky to get slowed down, but like you said, good opportunity for Lennon, and he's going to be right up here. He's going to be 4th heading into the pit stops. This is huge for him. Remember, he got trapped a lap down for the longest time, and like I said, these guys are just going to be able to fill it up, put 4 fresh tires on it, and go with it. And I tell you what, this is going to be a dandy, because these guys are going to be able to race it out, not worry about anything, and it's going to be very, very interesting.
Well, let's see how the crew does for the 00 this time. Been losing them spots all night long. We'll see what happens here on this stop. Here comes some drivers now. Mitch, whoa, he's going to lose at least one there. Looks like somebody's gambling.
That's Dylan Lee. Dylan Lee will come out 2nd on this round of pit stops, and we're going to give him the nickname TJ Graves. We are just over 20 laps to go, 25 to be exact, when we hit the stripe this time by. We're going to head to a quick commercial break. When we get back, we'll take you all the way to the checkered flag right here on Noble Network 1.
Hey race fans, it's Carl Edwards, driver the number 99 Aflac Ford Fusion with your eye safety tip of the week. Did you know that 90% of eye injuries can be avoided simply by wearing the proper ANSI approved eyewear? More than 1 million Americans have lost some degree of sight due to eye injury. That's a risk that I'm just not willing to take. Go to wileyx.com to find a dealer near you and to learn more about the first premium performance sunglass company whose entire product line meets occupational safety standards. That's WILEYX.com. Wiley X. Safety never looks so cool.
Did your little storm knock out the power? Well, excuse me for not noticing.
Hate to disappoint you, Old Man Winter. Better luck next time.
If the power goes out, your Generac standby generator goes on, automatically.
Down trees? Flash floods? Is that all you've got?
Stand up to the threat of outages with Generac and never feel powerless.
We're back here at Noble Network 1 Charlotte Motor Speedway in the RC.net Cup Series right here at Noble Motorsport. And I tell you what, Andy, we have got us a race right here. Caution came out for the third time right when we were about to start making some pit stops for fuel. Fuel is out of the question now. We're good. All we have to do now is just race it out to the end.
That's it. Old-fashioned gunfire, gun battle, whatever you want to call it. Shootout. That's the word I was looking for. It's going to be a great one here to watch. A lot of fast guys up front. Mitch Lennon back in the mix here, sitting 6th on this restart. So one car choosing to stay out. The rest came into pit. So it's going to be interesting to see that plus one car there restarting 3rd. That only took 2 tires.
That he did. That's going to be very, very interesting to see guys match up with the rest of them here. A shootout with 23 laps to go here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. If you're just joining us, it's about to get good, so make sure you have the popcorn already popped. We've got a shootout under the lights here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Pace car getting ready to pull down on the pit road. William Roberts chooses the outside line, and they'll stack them up 2 by 2 by 2. Hopefully for the final time. We're in the gas. William Roberts wastes no time. He has to get away. Everybody is clean and green as we head to the stripe.
You know he needed a start like that to get away. He's got 2 fast guys now going to try to reel him in. Dylan Jones 2nd. Dave Washington on the outside going to get by. Dylan Lee's going to clear him right there, and now it's going to be all up to these guys as now Roberts is going to have a handful of Jones to the inside on 3.
Jones on the inside, Lee with the bump of the Lee on the back stretch. Here comes Washington right behind Jones. Lee is down behind it in the back. They're going to split it 3 wide, and we're going to crash down in turn 1. Maybe no, they keep it straight. How are they doing that?
Heck of a job right there, Rain out to the bottom. He's going to go to the bottom in the battle for the lead. Dylan Jones, Dave Washington.
Come on, the back straightaway down. James Ray upside down and almost over the catch fencing. And we have had a big crash here, and Dylan Lee is involved with James Ray. And oh no.
You knew it didn't look good when they were 3 wide on the front stretch right before that happened, Ben. Man, unfortunate right there.
Getting the replay up, and I tell you what, that is very, very big crash right there, and I tell you what, this is unbelievable turn of events here, and we just ran all out of room right there, Andy, on the back stretch to be racing that close together. That's what happens.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened, Ben. Just James Ray much faster on those 4 tires. Coming up on Lennon, came to the middle. Mitch Lennon kind of moving up the track. I don't know if Mitch Lennon knew that there was 3 wide or not, but I'm not going to blame anyone on that. Just totally just ran out of room right there, and there was nowhere for anyone to go.
So, if the race wasn't interesting enough, we've shaken it up to be even more crazy.
Yeah.
Right here.
The only thing is we took out a car that was been very fast all the race long, and that was the 00 James Ray. So that's just one less in the mix here. But look at Mitch Lennon battling adversity, sitting 3rd now in this restart.
Yep, Dylan Jones, he's real good on the short runs, and we're about to have a short run. We'll have to wait and see, though, how he runs right here with Dave Washington. Washington sits 2nd for this restart, and Lennon is 3rd. And I don't know, Lennon, he has come back from a bunch of stuff tonight, and I tell you what, it would not be a surprise to see him in victory lane at the end of this one.
Nope. Pit road issues, going a lap down, staying out on a caution that fell at the right time, getting his wave around, then being able to get another caution before he had to come in and pit on the green flag condition. So definitely very fortunate for Mitch Lennon. We did note, though, he restarted 13th on that one restart, and he worked his way up into the top 10. So definitely a real fast car. We're going to have to watch him the rest of the way.
We certainly are close to getting the lights off on the speedway here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Glad you've tuned in, and we're just under 20 laps to go now here in this 167 lap race. We've been going at it for an hour and 30 minutes here so far.
Yep, James Ray had to pull it behind the wall. Dylan Brockwell's pulled it behind the wall. So a lot of good cars that have had to call an early light. It looks like James Ray right now sits 12th, but he's probably going to lose one more spot because Brad Spidell's still on track. So it looks like he's going to end up finishing 13th.
And a very, very disappointing occurrence there for Ray. Because like you said, Andy, he was one of, if not the fastest cars here tonight at Charlotte Motor Speedway. A beautiful fall night here in North Carolina, 78 degrees. Winds steady at 4 to 6 miles per hour with gusts up to 15 heading out of the north. So could get interesting here as far as the winds. These guys in practice last night, Andy, we were out here watching practice. I tell you what, this wind's going everywhere. It's going southeast, west, and north on us now. But guys in practice last night, guys in practice last night, they were saying, man, I can't practice in this kind of wind. It was gusting last night.
Yeah, and they actually ended practice early because there was just no point, honestly, to run those practice laps trying to set your car up for that feel you want when it's not going to be the same the following night.
Yep. Lights off on the iRacing.com Ford Mustang pace car. As we get set for the restart, it'll be 17 laps to go. When we get the green flag, have we seen our last caution?
Well, we're going to have a battle of a couple sponsors, Ben, here on this restart with the inside lane. A couple RC drivers, and on the outside lane, a couple Sam Bass drivers. So, you think they're going to work together here or what?
I don't know. We'll have to wait and see, but that's not out of the question. Top 5 as we get set for the restart. Jones, Washington, Lennon, Dallariva, and Brunel has cracked the top 5. That'll go on the blooper.
Yeah, and sitting 6th there. We'll keep an eye on him too. William Roberts, who had major problems there getting onto pit road, finds himself now with the chance to still salvage a top 5 out of this. So doing a heck of a job. A couple guys, him and Mitch Lennon, being able to work through adversity here tonight.
Pace car in. Jones is in control. He's in the gas, and Washington timed it perfect. He was almost side by side. Kingdom Jr. had some problems at the back of the pack. Everybody's clean so far. Oh no, trouble on the front straightaway. They're able to sort it out between Terry and Spidell. They make contact, but then the back straightaway, here comes Dave Washington looking for the lead.
Looking for the lead, looking to the inside as they head back into turn number 3. Dave Washington now side by side with Dylan Jones, battling for the lead. Dave Washington going to get the advantage off of turn number 4. He's going to be your leader. Dave Washington now back to the lead.
Dave Washington takes the lead. Mitch Lennon trying to chase those 2 down, and he is on the front straightaway into corner number 1. Oh, look out. Back behind them, Brian Neff tags the bumper of William Roberts. That's for the 5th position.
Yeah, he had a heck of a run going through 1 and 2 right there. A great job, but still battle for the lead is kind of mellowed off here for a moment. Guys trying to just settle things in, trying to pick their spots. Right now the battle's for 4th as William Roberts going to get the run on Dollarima at the line. He's going to get that spot. Now Brian Neff's going to look to the inside of Dollarima.
Neff looking. He puts the bumper, gets him loose. And off of corner number 2, they stack him up behind, and here comes Dave Elliott. Look out, there was almost contact there.
Elliott looking to the inside, he's going to get the position from Neff. That's going to move him up a spot. Now he gets into the bumper of Eric Dollarima off of turn number 4. Elliott now trying to make a run here as he sits 6th right now, trying to get into the top 5.
These guys are looking like a short track Saturday night, putting the bumper left and right. Dollarima holds on to the 5th position for now. Neff has a run on Elliott for the 6th position. For 2nd position, Lennon gets around Dylan Jones.
He does. That leaves the door open for William Roberts. Now he's side by side with Jones. It's for 3rd. Off of the corner number 4 and down the front straightaway. William Roberts with the advantage as they head back into 1.
He restarted 6th, and he is trying to get around Jones for 3rd, and he will. Down in 1 and 2. William Roberts not done here at Charlotte.
He isn't spinning on pit road on the green flag stop. In his own sort of issues. Now, into the race, he finds himself battling for the win. Off of turn number 4, he's going to find himself in line, trying to catch Mitch Lennon for 2nd.
Mitch Lennon is trying to catch Dave Washington for the lead, and he is slowly doing it down in 1 and 2. Look at him close there. You can see it visually as we're coming to 11 laps to go.
That's right, Dave Washington, he's going to have his hands full tonight with Mitch Lennon. Mitch Lennon has shown he has been fast on the long runs all night long. Here he is off of turn number 4, still trying to close the gap on Dave Washington. Last time by, it was 0.2 of a second. This time by, still 0.2 of a second. Not able to make up a whole lot of ground here as they head off of turn number 2.
Like you said, though, Lennon's good on the long runs. Washington's good on the short runs. Lennon's trying to work his way up there, and he's dragging along William Roberts, who's tagging along his bumper. Top 3 as we head off of corner number 4 to 10 to go, are tail to nose.
Tail to nose. Looks like William Roberts isn't done moving himself up as he's starting to close in on Mitch Lennon. Mitch Lennon, now they're all closing in on Dave Washington. Right through the center of the corner. Looks like Dave Washington got loose heading into turn number 1. Able to maintain the lead, but he closed the gap with the other 2. Mitch Lennon now trying to find some sort of way to catch that 10 car before this one's over.
All these drivers right now are running as hard as they've ran in this race, and it's for the win here at Charlotte Motor Speedway, which is a huge track to win at, the racing capital of the United States of America as far as stock cars go. Dave Washington leads, but look at William Roberts. He's not done with the passing. He looks to the inside of Mitch Lennon.
He does, has a nose in there. Mitch Lennon's going to give him that spot. It looks like he's going to
he
down again, and they make contact into the wall.
A terrible, terrible crash, and we're going to pile him up more. A terrible, terrible crash. here at Charlotte Motor Speedway, involving second place, third place, and others.
Wow, lots of damage on a lot of these cars here, Ben. We are going to get another restart here, so probably about a 2 or 3 lap shootout. But definitely that just shook up the whole look of things.
Getting the replay up with Dollarima right now, Andy. Lennon, I don't know if he was trying to pinch Roberts down or if he was trying to slide in behind him. Either way, he misjudged it and turned him head on into the wall. And that was a big hit for both those drivers. And Dylan Jones just had nowhere to go coming in there at 170 miles an hour. He gets hit and everybody else piling in behind him. Neff, Elliott, Dollarima, and Nile, they're involved as well.
Yeah, I don't know if Dylan Jones has that much damage or not. He did get into William Roberts there right on the beginning of that tri-oval, but he decided to stay on track here with 10 cars still on the lead lap.
So, we have got, this is very interesting here, and like you said, Andy, we are going to get one more lap, or one more restart here, and it's going to be a shootout to the finish. I tell you what, Eric Dollarima, he got a little bit of that, but watch out for him. He's got a quick machine under him. I don't think he's got anything for Washington, but I think he's going to be able to get around Jones for the second position. Ben Nile is there as well. He's going to have a good run out of this too.
He has Brian Neff too, had some issues early on with some electrical problems. Was able to get that fixed, get back on the lead lap, and now he finds himself with a top 5, possibly more here tonight.
So as we pace here, I'm beginning to lose count here. I think it's 4 or 5 at Charlotte Motor Speedway. 5. Yep, got it in my head. 5 cautions, 23 lead changes tonight, Andy, here at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Yeah, you would think you were at Talladega here with all those lead changes, Ben, but man, a great race so far, and we still got a couple laps to decide this thing.
Yep, not over yet. This
looks like Dave Elliott, William Roberts have pulled it in, retired for this evening here. Ben, that's going to not be good for those guys. As I think Mitch Lennon's still somewhere around here. There's Kenny Baum Jr. still milking this thing around the track too. So still some cars out here, but it's going to be tough to think there's going to be any battle right now for Dave Washington. It looks like the only person's going to be Eric Dollarima here, sitting right behind him, teammate.
5 laps to go here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. We take it under caution, but that's no biggie. We'll have 4 to go when we get the green flag to settle this one. Lights off. Washington chooses the inside line. And this is really going to get interesting here. The only top runner left, the only guy who's been at the front left in this race that doesn't have significant damage is Dave Washington. The others behind him have ran mid-pack, but they might have been saving something. We'll have to wait and see.
You never know. You know, a couple laps to decide it this time by. All it takes is one mistake, one little slip up, 10 gets on the apron, something like that, and these guys are going to be all over him. And when you get that close and that close to a win, especially in the Cup Series, you'll see some guys do some amazing things.
That you will. We may see an amazing thing right now as we get set for the restart here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. It's 4 to go. Pace cars down pit road. We're in the gas and racing, and we're going to crash them here, and the caution's going to come out, and this race is going to be over. Yep, that's going to do it again here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Well, we're waiting on the pace car here. Some bumpers were almost exchanged right there. I don't think we're going to get a green flag. They'll be coming to 3 to go right now. So we've got the 3 to go coming up right now, and Dave Washington is your leader. Ben Nile, first start here in the Cup Series, is second right now. So, I'm going to have to go at it again. Right now, we could have a green-white checkered if this was the Xbox R Factor or any other real motorsport simulator in the world, but iRacing doesn't have them for some odd reason. So, we're going to finish under caution, just like in the good old ARCA days. Two to go here at Charlotte. We want to thank you for tuning in tonight here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. We had a fantastic race. Tell you what, this is a big pickup from the last few races, which have gotten all spread out. Andy, we had action every single lap of this 167 laps tonight.
We did. I was actually pretty excited. A little disappointed about how we get to finish. No one's fault at all, just the way it is. And other than that, though, I think this was probably by far one of the most competitive and probably the best racing we've seen all season long.
Oh, most definitely. And for corner number 4, right now, Dave Washington will get the white flag here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. And I tell you what, bad break for many, but a good break for others. And those others are Niall, who's going to finish 2nd, Neff, who's going to finish 3rd, Brunel, who's going to finish 4th, and Brian Terry. He picked up his 2nd win at Noble Tuesday. He's going to finish 5th here tonight.
Yeah, great job just staying out of trouble, really. I mean, he's been running back around the 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th spot all night long. So Brian Terry doing a heck of a job to avoid all this, keep his nose clean, and when you do that, good things can happen to you.
Half a lap for Dave Washington left here at Charlotte Motor Speedway before he does it again here in the Cup Series. Dave Washington through corner numbers 3 and 4. He is going to come to the line here at Charlotte Motor Speedway, his 37th career win at Noble and his 4th season. Dave Washington comes out on top at the end of the 167 laps here in the Cup Series. Going to head to a quick commercial break. When we get back, we will talk to Dave Washington and the rest of the top 3.
Does a real race car have a center post? Of course not, and neither should your race rig. The R-Seat Evo V3 with its unique design has no center post. The R-Seat Evo replicates what you would be accustomed to in your daily driver or something you may take to the track. It can accommodate drivers from 4'11" up to over 6'6" tall and is pre-drilled for all of the major wheel manufacturers on the market today. When it comes to performance, look no further than the R-Seat Evo V3. Check out the R-Seat Evo and other sim racing equipment by heading to www.rseat.net.
I felt it all at the hall, where it's a cool 33 degrees.
We experienced it all at the hall, where my son became the fastest man ever.
I relived it all at the hall, where my grandson asked me, "Did you really do all that?"
Experience high-octane fun during NASCAR Hall of Fame's Cure for the Common Summer, presented by Coca-Cola.
We're back here at Charlotte Motor Speedway, and I'm going to send it down to Andy Kessler, who was caught up with your 3rd place finisher, Brian Neff, and he'll also talk to Ben Knob. First, going to talk to Brian. Andy?
That's right. I'm down here with Brian Neff. Brian, kind of a strange event. Had some electrical problems there early on for you. Able to get that fixed, get your laps back, get on a lead lap, and end of this thing's over, and here you are sitting 3rd.
Yeah, I have no idea how that happened.
Well, whether how it did or when it did or what it did, you did a great job keeping the nose clean, staying out of trouble all race long, able to capitalize on other people's misfortunes. But third place finish here tonight for not running a full season. You got to be pretty happy with this run.
Oh yeah, I was just really happy to get back on the lead lap. I never thought that I'd be in the top 3 at the end.
Well, it's good to see you up here in the top 3 again. Congratulations on that. Anybody you'd like to thank for this third place finish?
I'd like to thank Winn-Dixie. I'd like to thank Noble Motorsports. I'd like to thank you guys here at the radio station. I'd like to thank Sam Bass, R Seats, NASCAR Hall of Fame, and Rick Donathan for painting my car.
Awesome. Well, thank you again, Brian, and congratulations again on a good finish here tonight, and we'll look forward to seeing you next week.
Hey, where exactly do I pick my check up at?
It's down in the infield, right next to the concession stand, and if you need, we'll send you a link.
Third, you get the ugly girl for third, don't you?
Something like that.
Sweet. Thanks, guys.
All right, congratulations, that's Brian Neff, third place finisher, and I'm standing here next to second place finisher Ben Nile, and I think he might be as surprised as our third place finisher. But Ben, congratulations, got yourself a second place finisher tonight.
I couldn't ask for any more. I was just doing this for a little bit of a test here, see if I was even competitive, and roll out here with second place when I thought I was going to be about 10th.
Yeah, I mean, the strange turn of events towards the end of the race. A lot of good guys getting knocked out. You know what? Honestly, from my opinion, my vantage point, it all looked like some great hard racing. Overall, all night long, I thought this was one of the most competitive and hard-fought races that we've had in the Cup Series this season. So for that being said, to come out of here in your first start, it's got to be pretty cool with a second-place finish.
Absolutely, absolutely. I am hoping that maybe in the future I'll be jumping in the Cup, and maybe I can actually give these guys a run for their money. Just trying to figure these cars out still.
Well, there you go. Not a bad way to figure it out on your first start here. Anybody you'd like to thank, Ben, for this great second-place finish?
Yep, I thank Nile Logging, Kenny Bomb Racing, Nile Designs, and everyone here at Noble.
Well, I appreciate that, and congratulations again on the second-place finish. We'll look forward to seeing you here in the weeks to come here in the Cup Series.
Yes, sir.
All right, Ben. Well, that's our second-place finisher, Ben Nile. A couple surprise guys that were surprised anyway, I should say, about finishing in the top 3. But one guy not very shy about being here in the top 3. That's your guy in Victory Lane.
My guy in Victory Lane, Dave Washington, tonight, back-to-back here in the Cup Series. And Dave, I tell you what, these guys gave you a big run for your money tonight.
Definitely. James had a fast car right off the get-go. During practice, he was fast. I kind of just tried to get the line down. I got the line down, then I banged off the wall, and just it seemed like it knocked the toe out of it or something. It was eating up the right front bad.
Tell you what, Dave, I've got to ask, do you think if James and Mitch and William and all of them wouldn't have gotten crashed out, do you think that I'd be talking to somebody else in Victory Lane tonight?
Oh, yeah, definitely. It would have been me and Mitch fighting for second. Because James, if I could have held him off on the high side, the only way he's going to get me is to get the run off on the bottom. Because that high side, if you hit it just right and you keep that car alongside of you, it just stays there and you just even off.
Oh, there you have it. Dave, who do you want to thank for putting you here in Victory Lane tonight?
I'd like to thank Sam Bass Galleries. You guys for putting this on. Wiley X, NASCAR Hall of Fame. That diecast company. I keep forgetting that name.
Everybody does.
Yeah. No, it's fun. I'm glad everybody showed up tonight. It was a very interesting race. I hope I tried to put on a good show, keeping James honest.
There you have it, Dave. Congratulations on the win, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you, guys.
Dave Washington, your winner tonight here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. By the way, that diecast company he was talking about is Competition Diecast. You can contact Rick Donathan if you want a custom diecast, custom t-shirt, or a custom poster. Just hit him up.